Today's episode of The Mom Game is brought to you by our friends at Gateway Buick GMC at LBJ and Jupiter. I know that buying a car can be stressful, but not at Gateway because their slogan is Gateway's Got It. And just what does that mean? Well, it means Gateway's got a wide selection of new Buicks, GMCs, and GM certified used vehicles, all competitively priced. Gateway's got it. In these busy times, you want a car dealer who makes things easy and convenient. Well, guess what? Gateway's got it. When you log on to gatewaybuickgmc.com, just look for the shop, click drive button, and this allows you to shop from the comfort of your home. And who doesn't want that? In fact, it's as easy as 1, 2, 3. 1, select your vehicle. 2, create your offer. 3, schedule your delivery. And on top of all this, Gateway Buick GMC offers complimentary car washes for life. So when you want a dealer who has it all, Gateway's got it. You can find them online at gatewaybuickgmc.com or shop in person at LBJ and Jupiter. GMC, we are professional grade. Experience the new Buick. And welcome to episode 138 of The Mom Game. I'm Emily Jones. She's Julie Dobbs. We are not together today, but it is for good reason because we are both like raging on fire shit shows right now. Each one of us exclusively, mutually together. We're a disaster. But we're here together via the wonders of technology to let you guys share in all of our shit showness. And we're glad that you're here for episode 138. Julie, first of all, how are you feeling? No, mute, you're muted.
I'm okay. Can you hear me?
Oh, there you go. Yes.
I muted myself during the read. Sorry. So you couldn't hear me sneezing and sniffling while you were talking about Gateway Buick GMC. I am okay. Probably sick with something, but I'm trying to fight through it. There's so much going around right now, so I feel like it could be anything. And Kelly was leaving for a 1-week road trip, and I have a new job that I need to be at, and so just we're gonna keep on trucking. I've been taking some extra naps. We're doing this virtually, so we don't have to go into the studio, so I won't get you sick with anything or anybody else sick with anything. And I can hopefully nap today too. So we're fighting through it, Em.
Yeah, it's I'm so sorry. It is so rampant. I mean, it's not, there's some COVID going around, there's flu going around. Apparently, I learned from my girlfriend's kids that flu can cause double ear infections, which sounds amazing. I mean, my kids, they'll be like, oh, in so-and-so's class, there was only 6 people or there was only 4 people. And I'm like, oh my gosh, it's just everywhere.
Yeah. Ryder's class, I think, has had like 4 people out like in the last week. His teacher left yesterday because she was sick. Kelly's had something. Anna had something. Anna was negative on everything when I took her to the doctor. So it's just like, it's weird. I feel like we are all in this gray area of not knowing what is going around, what to do about it, when to stay home, when to go to school, when to go to work, because there was such a hardcore, there were such tight rules and regulations for a while, and then now they're gone. But we're all getting sick with stuff again.
Yeah, it's crazy. It's really weird. I will say, to this point in time, my family has avoided it. I think if it were to hit our family, I might go over the edge, which means it will probably happen within the next couple of days. And if it does, it'll be fine. We'll figure it out. But I feel terrible for, everyone who's having to deal with it, who feels like crap, who's taking care of people who feel like crap. I mean, and then, like you said, it's just such a weird thing. Like, with COVID, it was like these very strict guidelines. This is what you do. And you don't be around anyone. And then like with this other stuff, it's like, is it the flu? And then what do I do with the flu? Is it just worry about fever? Like they're just, like you said, it's just, we're just in this like weird gray area where it's like, what the hell am I supposed to do? Because like you said, that, if you don't have, I don't, and then it's like, what do I test for? Do I go to the doctor or do I just, chalk it up to it's the flu and go get some Theraflu, but apparently like another thing I learned from my girlfriends, because they have sick kids, is like there's like nationwide amoxicillin shortage or some shit
Yeah.
like that. Like
I saw
it's
that this morning.
okay. Yeah, I'm learning everything from my group text. That's where
Yeah.
that's where I'm getting all of my information.
I get a
which I'm
lot of
sure
information too
it's all verified and
from group
well
text.
trusted. I don't know.
Right.
I mean,
but I did see on the news today liquid amoxicillin shortage. Because I feel like
yeah.
anytime I take my kid to the doctor, they're like, here's some amoxicillin.
Okay, is that the
And
pink stuff that kind of tastes good? Did you have
I
it as
don't
a kid?
know.
I feel like there was some kind of medicine as a kid and it was pink. And I remember I didn't mind taking it because it kind of tasted
Pepto-Bismol.
good. Definitely not Pepto-Bismol.
Oh, I love Pepto-Bismol.
No, that chalky. What? What is wrong
Yeah.
with you? You
Nothing.
love Pepto-Bismol?
Yeah. It's
Like,
good.
does it not make your mouth feel like you've just done a cement mixer shot or something?
I've never done one of those.
Oh, we got to do
But-
one. I'm not really in the shot game anymore, but next time we're together, I don't even know what it is, but I just know it's called a cement mixer. And
Will you make
and
us
it's called
some
that
when we-
because it feels like there's like you're mixing cement in your mouth. I
It
don't know
sounds
why
really
anybody would do
close.
that
It sounds really close to
voluntarily.
another word every time you say that.
And here we are.
I'm just saying.
And here we are.
Cement.
Oh,
It's like he
I
had
needed this
cement
visit.
on his shoes. Like the good old our friend Donovan Lewis.
Cement mixer. shot.
Cement mixer shot. Okay. Well, I've never had that shot, but
Okay.
maybe when
Julie,
we have
put
our
it on the
mom
list.
game.
Put it on the list.
Put it on the
Cement
list when we
mixer
have our
shot.
mom game November party at your new house.
Oh, I'm excited. I can't wait to have you guys over. I can't wait to just hang and visit and all of us just be together. So I'm
And
super
drink
excited about
semen mixer shots.
that. Cement mixers. Cement mixer shot.
Okay.
Okay. So, well, I hope you're feeling better. I do want you to nap. We're not going to talk not going to be on too long today because I do want you to get your rest. I've been very protective of you on this. Like
I know, and I'm glad.
we had
I'm
meetings
glad.
yesterday and I was like, we're getting off this call because Julie needs to take a nap. So
I
Get your-
appreciate it.
get your
My
rest,
mom's
girl.
not here. Kelly's out of town, and I don't protect myself. So
I'm trying to protect you.
thank you. That's a good
Okay. So yeah. And then there's me. So we're all healthy. Knock
Yeah.
on
Okay.
wood.
You've had a
Hopefully
lot
it's-
happen. Like
Yeah.
to the point where
Lots.
we barely talked for a few days because you were going through it, and I knew it.
I-
So
I went dark. I went
Yeah.
dark on pretty much everyone.
yeah.
So I'm at my husband's office in his conference room. And so we moved last Thursday. We've been building this house for about 18 months. It's been almost a 2-year process when you consider that from the time we, bought the lot and started the plans and all that kind of stuff. We sold our house, we leased it back. We asked for a little extra time from the people who we sold it to. They were so gracious to do that. But we got to nut cutting time where it was like, you have to be out of this house on October 27th. And so this house is not ready. There is a lot to be done, but we are in. All of our things are
Yay.
in. Yes. The first day we moved in, we didn't have electricity. We didn't have gas. We had running water. But like the first day we just chalked it up to, we're not gonna have electricity. It's gonna be fine. We've got flashlights. The weather's fine. We're gonna be fine. But then Encore shows up at like 7:30 and I'm like, are you guys here to give us power? And they're like, yes. And I'm like, what? And I get so excited. And then, but they do the power, but they can't touch your breaker box. So we don't know how to turn stuff on. Fortunately, our builder is an electrician or was an electrician in his previous life. So he's like, I will come over, get you guys turned on, and then you guys can go get some rest, whatever. We'll do everything else in the morning. So he comes and turns our breakers on and things start sparking and lights are flickering and it's
Oh, no.
not normal. So Wayne's
So-
like, go ahead.
Maybe he didn't know what he was doing.
So no, I definitely, he would not do anything he didn't know what he was doing. So he's like, okay, so basically I've learned a lot about electricity. So when they wire a house now, I don't know if it's always been this way, but you get it in different phases. So if one phase goes out, the other phase, so you won't be totally in the dark, right? So our house is wired on 2 different phases. And then
Okay.
there's another phase for the outside stuff, like the pool pump and the generator and the air conditioners. So those things, and then there's different power that the power company sends to you. Like, I don't even know the numbers. Like 208 is the high one. And then let's just say 108 is the low one. So 208 is for like air conditioners and units, like big things. And 108 is for chandeliers and appliances and cute lights and stuff, plugs. So they sent the air conditioning unit power to our house, into the house. And so we didn't know this until we did recon the next morning when it was light, and the electricians got out there and did kind of a full assessment. And so about midday on Friday, the electricians inform us that basically everything that was connected to that phase, that was plugged into the wall in that phase, there was a possibility it was completely blown.
Oh my God.
So I'm already stressed. I was physically ill. I had a friend there, and I couldn't formulate sentences. Like there was so much going on in my brain. I couldn't say things the way I wanted to. I couldn't, my brain was mush. So she was like, why don't you just go in a room by yourself for a minute? You need to eat something, and you need to just kind of like take a moment. And so I did that for a little while. And then they started bringing me like, well, here's these flush mounts that are lights that are busted, and they're like all
You're like,
black.
I'm in my holding room. Don't come in here.
So
I'm in my
anyway,
holding room. I'm having a moment. Don't bring my flush mounts.
don't bring my flush mounts. So anyway, so I just did this one, and I'm so defeated.
What do you
but
even do?
But I want to be excited because we've waited so long for this.
Was
So
Mike there when this happened? No, see,
no.
yeah.
But you know what? I kind of prefer that. I think he would have, I mean, no kids were there. Mike wasn't there. I think it was better that way, you know?
Really? But
yes.
he could answer all those, like, he could deal with it.
He,
like, or at least answer some questions. I don't know. No?
No. So I think it was probably better that it was just me and I could deal. So anyway, we do the recon. At the end of the day, we had 4 flush mounts, 3 ceiling fans, garage door opener panel, and then the biggie was the refrigerator. So we have this giant refrigerator that's got this beautiful like wood paneling on it that's been stained to match our cabinets, and so no one wants to touch the refrigerator, but we're like, it's not coming on. So if it's most likely shot. So the appliance guy comes over and he's like, I don't think it is. The guy, maybe the installer didn't plug it in.
Oh my God. You have so many guys over.
So many guys.
So many guys.
So I'm like, what kind of jackass would install a built-in refrigerator and not plug it in? Like that's completely.
Because you have to plug it in the back. Like you'd have to plug it in before you finish.
Push it back.
Yeah.
And then it's got wood on it. Like, so no one would touch the refrigerator because they're like, we're not effing this up. It's too pretty. We're going to jack up the wood. We're not doing it. So it's not just like scoot it out and look. So I just conceded we don't have a refrigerator. We're not going to have one for 2 years because that's how long it takes appliances now. But they were so convinced. So instead of pulling it out, this happened this morning. This got my day started off right. They cut a hole in the wall in the pantry, which backs up to the refrigerator. That installer, that mofo did not plug that effing refrigerator in.
Oh no.
Which is like, idiot, so pissed, but I'm like,
but at least it worked. All you had to do was plug it in. We
can patch the wall in the pantry. Don't even give to, like, I will tell you this whole experience. So I have a refrigerator, so everything's fine. It's all first world problems. This experience, Julie, has given me, and I told you this on the phone when we talked, it's given me some really, this kicked me in the ass because it's like, hey, control freak, hey, try to be in control of everything, hey, try to plan everything, which is all well and good. At the end of the day, sometimes shit just happens. And I had this attitude about me most of the time where I was like, I'm tired of trying to yell at people who, I'm not going to yell at people who did something wrong. I'm not going to try to figure out what went wrong. This is what went, how are we going to deal with what went wrong? And so that's the attitude I've tried to have, is like, listen, shit's not perfect. Life's not perfect. As much as I try to plan, shit's going to go wrong. And it's how I deal with it. And so that's what I've tried. And I'm not saying I've been that way always, but I'm just like, I'm just trying to be like, okay, you should have done this. This should have been done a long time ago, but it didn't get done. So let's just get it done or figure out a plan. So that's what I feel like is good for me. I mean, not good for me, but like, the house didn't catch on fire. My kids are okay. My family is fine. Like let's put things in perspective. The house is structurally sound, whatever, even if it wasn't. The fact that you just have this like, I had that was like, that shit could have been really effing bad,
Yeah.
So I'm grateful.
Good. I'm glad. Yeah. I'm glad you had that epiphany.
Yeah.
Because it's true. So many things are out of our control,
Yeah. And I think if anyone needed a little kick in the ass like that, it's probably this girl, so I'm trying to take it as a life lesson, like to fucking chill the fuck out. Like, so
I'm proud of you, Emily.
I don't know how long this is going to last, but I'm just saying that's the attitude I'm really, really trying to have right now. So
make it last, make it count. You've been through hell and back. What can we take from it?
Yes.
And inject into our lives. You're in the home now. Remember when you were so worried about the table? How's that?
So it's there and it's damaged, but it's functional and it's fine. And they're sending me another one, and then they're going to take the damaged one away. So it'll be fine.
The table was like the least of your worries in the end.
It's so funny how that table was my obsession. And now I'm like, oh, I could give two shits about that table. I don't even care if it takes 8 months to get here. I don't care.
I like it. I like it. Well, it reminds me of like the flooding or the freeze. Remember when everyone was losing power and like some people God forbid, like old people actually like died because they didn't have heat. Everyone was kicked out. Not everyone. Some people kicked out of their homes. It's like sometimes it takes something like that to really realize like, okay, this is what matters. We've actually got it pretty good. This is all something that's going to get fixed. So I'm proud of you. I'm glad that you're on the other side of it. And now you're in your new home and things are working, or where are we at?
Yeah, we're good. We're taking I went almost a week without taking a hot shower. Hattie would not stay at the house until we had hot water.
That's my girl.
She did stay a couple nights. She went to a neighbor's and showered there. So it's all, Henry's like, I got this. But yeah, we have hot water, we have gas, we have electricity. Everything is everything's functional. Like the grill got installed today so we can grill out. Like I'm excited. It's all coming. And listen, we're going to be doing shit at this thing workers are going to be in and out, and we have no grass. We have no landscaping. I'm like, I don't care. The pool's not done. I'm like, don't care. Just,
But you're in, you're out of the old home.
We're in. And Julie, I will tell you this. So control what I can control, right? You know what I can control? Unpacking.
Oh yeah. You're all over that shit.
There is not a single box in my house. Everything is where it will live.
Oh my God.
I have a little closet / drawer organizing to do. But other than that, everything is where it lives. And that makes me so happy.
That's quite a feat.
Yeah.
You did it all by yourself?
Mike and the kids helped some, but kind of, it was like, let me get your help in this. And then I want you to go away. So they would do certain things. And then I was like, okay, now go away, help me here. And then now go away. So that was kind of our strategy.
Do you take Adderall?
Yeah.
How do you do all this?
I don't know. I don't know. That's a good thing sometimes, but anyway,
I know. But it's a positive of the bad thing, or not bad, but the things you've been working on. Bad is a positive. It's like Emily gets shit done.
Get it done. Well, yes, as long as it doesn't involve like electricity or gas or.
Well, you can't do everything, but it sounds like now you're kind of an electrician. So
I know. If you need to know about electricity, just let me know. So we'll file a claim with Encore to get, I'm sure that'll go really quickly, the whole process. But
Yeah, they have
so
a
anyway,
really good reputation around here.
yes, yes. So we're in, we're good, everything's fine. Sorry I went dark for there for a while.
Oh, that's okay.
Yeah, but yeah, we're good.
I know.
Yeah.
You're good.
So I'm gonna rely on you basically to carry the show because I don't know anything that's been going on.
Oh, good, because I'm sick.
Yes, and you're sick. So between the two of us, we'll be able to piece it together. But let's get into a little bit of sports because it's a very sportsy time right now. So let's do a little sports brought to us by Diva Lore, our friend Melanie Cobb at Diva Lore.
Yes, Melanie Cobb. You've probably heard us talking about her here on the Mom Game. And Emily and I both see her now for all of our skincare needs. She gave me a little Botox while back. I had like some really cool vitamin C treatment on my face last time I saw her. And then she also gave me these products, Zio skincare products that I really, really love. So her story, basically, she's a mom. She is a certified physician's assistant, and she wanted to change up her life. She wanted to change up her career, just like we did with the Mom Game, just like a lot of moms are wanting to do. She was passionate about skincare. So she started Diva Lore Medical Wellness. And if you are interested, all you got to do is reach out to her. She will do a free consultation for you where she can look at your face. She can talk to you about your skin. Do you have dry skin? Do you have what's moist? Do you say moist? Dry skin. Oily. Oily skin, Melanie. Tell us about your moist skin clients. But she will center every patient consultation around three things: your medical history, your medication list, and your goals. And she'll basically write you up a plan, say, this is what you need. Come see me this day, this day, this day. Here's the skin products. So it's like skincare for dummies. And if you're a busy mom like us or dad, it really is a time saver, and it's also efficient because you're not spending a bajillion dollars on all these crazy things at the med spas. So Diva Lore Medical Wellness, go check her out. DivaLoreMedicalWellness.com/the Mom Game. Right? The Mom Game.
Yeah, I have it written down in my notes.
Yeah.
No, I can't find it.
So we have a special landing page.
We have a special. We have a special thing.
Yeah, we love her. She's great.
We love her. I cannot wait to go see her. I feel like I'm just like, I need a manicure so bad. Like I'm just so, I feel like I feel terrible. My skincare routine the last week has just been, I mean, I think I've maybe done it twice, and it makes me feel so good when I do it, but
yeah,
I just have been, so I can't wait to go see her. What was I going to tell you? Oh, sports. What's happening? Okay, so I'll start with this. Like, so the only thing we don't have, we still don't have internet. So that's the one thing that's not working. So it really makes my family much happier if we have some sort of television situation. So I tried to finagle. Spectrum sent a guy out. He didn't know what he was doing. He couldn't do anything. So they had to reschedule. It made me so sad. So I went and got like this Wi-Fi hotspot so I could try to watch on our smart TV. I just want to watch the World Series. That's all I want to watch. Well, it's complicated. You got to go to YouTube TV or wherever you can get it. It's all these things. And so I'm just trying. So last night I get it and I turn it on. I start working on it at 4:00. 5:30, I finally get to Fox where the World Series is. And I'm just like, okay, no one touch anything. We're not switching the channel. The game is going to come on and we are watching it. And so I got so excited. So we got takeout, we had dinner, whatever. And then in the fifth inning, my little Wi-Fi hotspot the battery was running low. So I was like, oh, I better take it over here and charge it. As soon as I moved it, I couldn't watch anymore.
You lost the game.
I lost the game. But by that time, I was like 5-0. And I was like, okay, whatever. I was so defeated. But it's like, everything is just a struggle. So I've been obviously keeping up with the World Series. 2-2 as of Thursday. Game 5 tonight in Philadelphia.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it's, you
combined
know,
no hitter last night.
no hitter. I mean, crazy. The
Yeah.
Astros are stupid good, and it's so annoying. I say this every time. I love Julia Morales, who does what I do for the Astros. I love her so much, but it's so hard for me to root for the Astros. And I've said this a million times. I like guys on that roster. I just can't root for them. I cannot. I
Yeah,
can't.
I think you're not the only one. Lots
Yeah.
of people in town, it seems like, aren't even watching because they don't want to watch. Because if you
And I
turn it
didn't
on, it's a reminder that the Astros are in the World Series and the Rangers aren't.
Yeah, and I guess obviously a combined no hitter is effing amazing in the World Series, but and maybe it's because of my situation that I'm just frustrated about everything with my AV situation.
Yeah.
I didn't really. I don't feel like the games have been like, 7-0 in game 2 or
Yeah.
3. I just don't feel like they've been. I don't know. They've been exciting, I guess, a little bit, but I guess I want closer, more drama.
Yeah, I know. And it's baseball for me, it's just really hard for me to get into even the World Series if it's not my team. Like,
Yeah.
I'll have it on and all that, but then last night I changed it when the Mavs started. I'm like, I'd rather watch a team that I feel
Right.
connected to.
Yeah.
Even if it is the World Series. So I'm with you. But yeah, I
Okay.
think I'm going for Philly just for the same reasons.
Yeah. Okay. So speaking of, how are the Mavs and Stars doing? I literally have no idea.
The Mavericks have won 2 in a row, which they needed. I want to say
How many games into the season are we? Like, what is there?
like 6 or 7.
Okay, so we're still.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was in an abyss. I was in a black hole. I mean, I think I'm going to come out of it tonight because I got a little situation figured out on one TV until Spectrum gets there next week. But I've got a sitch with one TV that's gold.
So Luka's destroying. He's the
Oh
first.
yeah, I did hear that. He's yeah.
He scored 30 or more in 6 straight games. It's
that seems pretty decent.
Breaking NBA records already. And they're good. I think the biggest thing with them is, they had a couple losses that they should have won where they let like a large lead slip away twice. So it's kind of like the same storyline as we had a lot of last season where it's like they can't perform in the clutch or whatever. They can't close games. So they're really trying to figure out their starting 5 still, and then who's going to be the people that they look to at the end of the games. And there's been a little drama, I think, with Christian Wood and Jason Kidd, not between them, I don't think, but media and fans asking why he wasn't playing Christian Wood down the stretch, because everything we've seen from him looks really good and he can score and he's big and he's a lot of the things that the Mavs need. And so Jason Kidd let him play down the stretch one game and the Mavs blew a big lead. And then Jason Kidd went to the media and said, okay, you're all going to ask me about the thing because I did what you wanted me to do.
Oh.
Yeah. And that was like, excuse me, you're the head coach of an NBA team. Like, who gives a shit what the media thinks or what the fans think? Isn't that weird?
That seems very un-Jason Kidd-like.
I know.
But I mean, I don't know him as a coach very well, and I didn't know him terribly well as a player. So
yeah.
But wow, that's interesting.
I think there might be more to the story. Like, there's rumblings, the Freak is the home of the Mavs.
Oh, that's right.
So like we do the Mavs games on our air. There's like rumblings about like his agent, Christian Wood's agent, trying to get blah 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 involved and dumb stuff. But I don't know enough about that. But he did say that to the media, which I thought was weird.
What did you say their record was?
I didn't find it. Let me see.
Because I don't even. I mean, yeah.
I want to say
important information that people can't get anywhere else besides the Mom Game. If you want to know the Mavs record, this is where you come. This is the spot
where you come. Yes, exactly. And now my computer's being slow. I'll find the Mavs record.
That's all right. Okay. Stay tuned. This is what's called a tease. We're going to tell you the Mavs record later on in the show. Okay. Cowboys off bye week this week. So we're not going to mess with the Cowboys.
Okay.
What?
They beat the Thunder. They lost to the Magic. They beat the Jazz.
Am I supposed to be taking notes?
We've got 1, 2, 3, 4 L's, and we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 W's.
All right, 6-4. All right, you heard it here first, ladies and gentlemen. The Mavericks are 6-4 as of November 3rd, 2022. Tell me
Breaking
what other
news.
podcast is going to give you that kind of
Tune in
information?
next week to find out the Mavs record next week.
Okay, what about the Stars?
The Stars are looking
Are they on
good.
fire?
They
They're
had that
killing
really hot start. They slowed down a bit. They lost 3 of 4. Including one Saturday that we were at Saturday afternoon where they allowed 3 goals in the third period in a tight game because Jake Ottinger left the game, the Stars goaltender, and he's going to be out for a week. But in that particular game, he left. Scott Wedgwood came in, the backup, and like just kind of shit the bed. But they recovered and they won their next game. I want to say 6-2. At home. They scored 3 goals in 90 seconds. That was a really fun one. And so they had a big win at home, and then they hit the road and they play tonight in Arizona. So there's a little bit of still just trying to figure out identity, that kind of thing, which you're going to have with a new coach. But the main thing is they're still scoring and they can still score. And they're looking pretty good. We need Jake Ottinger to come back.
What is their record, Julie
Oh,
Dobbs?
dear.
All right, let me get my tally sheet out. How many L's and how many W's?
It might be similar to the Mavs.
Okay, so the Stars are 6-4, and now we are going to give you.
See, the Stars put it right on their homepage. They're 6-3-1.
6-3-1
The Mavs made me work for it.
Okay, I like it.
So both of our teams, though, that's pretty good.
That's fun. And the Cowboys get back at it next Sunday, right?
Yeah, the Cowboys get back at it next Sunday against the Packers in Green Bay.
All right.
So they're on their bye week right now.
Yeah.
No word yet if anybody's in Cabo.
No word.
Bye week joke.
Bye week joke. Roma Witten joke. Was that Roma Jessica Simpson?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
It was.
Okay. Well,
but yeah, they're looking really good. I think the big thing with the Cowboys is that they didn't sign anybody at the NFL's trade deadline, which was yesterday, the day before. But everybody was really hoping they'd maybe sign like a top receiver, and they didn't. And so there's a little bit of backlash for that, but just gonna roll with what we got.
Okay. Yay, sports. Thanks for getting me up to speed and for all that breaking news on the Mavericks and Stars record.
I know.
Okay, so let's do a little TMG news desk, and we're gonna do something fun because you sent me a link and I have not clicked on the link yet. So I'm going to click on the link after I tell you about Bottle Rover. And I cannot be more excited, Julie, about Bottle Rover. You know why?
Why?
Because I have 5 college kids coming to my house this weekend. My niece and her friends are coming from Tech.
And you're getting them all booze?
And I am going to make sure I have certain things on hand to make sure that they have some libations. And so the last thing I want to do right now, I went to Target yesterday, which is kind of a big deal because I can't stand shopping. I don't like Target. I like Target, but I just don't like shopping. So the last thing I want to do is go to a liquor store and try to figure out the shit she sent to me. Maybe a party pack of Twisted Tea and a thing of Seagrams. And I'm like, listen, kid, if you want something specific, you need to tell me. And so she just sent me a screenshot of this. So you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to sit my ass on my couch. I'm going to go to my little Bottle Rover app. Go to my little Bottle Rover app right there. I'm going to click on it. And this little guy is going to take care of me. So I am going to order all that stuff that I don't want to go searching through a liquor store or grocery store or whatever for. And I'm going to let Bottle Rover bring it to me. And Bottle Rover is an alcohol delivery service. And you know what? I'm going to get free delivery, Julie, because I guarantee that what she sent me is over $50. Guaranteed. So I'm going to get free delivery. I'm not going to have to leave my couch. I've got a ton of shit going on at the house. I am going to look at the pictures she sent me. I'm going to search it on the Bottle Rover app. I'm going to put it in a cart. I am going to check out, and then they are going to bring it to my door.
Love it.
It's going to be amazing. And I cannot wait. And I am so grateful that there is a service like this where I don't have to do it. I don't want to do it. I don't have to do it because I have Bottle Rover.
Yay, Bottle Rover.
Thank you, Bottle Rover. Download the Bottle Rover app. It's the cute little red and white app with the cute little dog, and they're fantastic. We love their support and we love their service. And I am so thankful for it, particularly this week. So thank you, Bottle Rover. Okay, so TNG News Desk. You sent me a link.
I did send you a link. I thought this was interesting. There's definitely other things going on in the world, but
oh my gosh.
It was a link where
in one classroom,
Yeah.
4 teachers manage 135 kids and love it. That just the picture alone is giving me a little bit of anxiety.
Yeah.
Okay, I just clicked on the link. I had no idea what you were saying me. So tell me, I'm guessing you read the article, like what's the deal with this? Like,
well,
that seems
it's
weird.
Basically because of
it's in Mesa, Arizona.
High teacher turnover and declining student enrollment. The leaders of this school have decided to try something different. It allows the teachers to dissolve the walls that separate their classrooms across physical or grade divides. So they share large groups of students, sometimes 100 or more. They rotate between group instruction, one-on-one interventions, small study groups, or whatever the teachers as a team agree is a priority that day. And so the only reason I really brought this to the mom game is because I do feel like there's something like teaching is just hard, and teachers are quitting, and teachers aren't getting paid enough, and people are getting sick. And what if this is what it's going to come to? What if it's going to be like a Southwest Airlines flight, like where it's just like a cattle call, everyone go find a seat. And then like you have a teacher walking around with, per one teacher per every 12 students or however they need to justify it. And then we start seeing schools more and more like this.
So does it say how the kids are doing academically?
No, I think it's really just kind of
pretty fresh start.
Yeah, it's pretty, but the teachers are saying they liked it. There is a teacher shortage everywhere. It says the Dallas Morning News even contributed to this story one way or another, because I know it's going on here in Dallas too, but man, God bless our teachers.
God bless our teachers. That is no joke.
Yeah.
That's crazy. I guess, I don't know. That's got to be, but it says the teachers are fine with it.
Yeah. The teachers really liked it.
Well, whatever makes the teachers happy.
Yeah. At this particular school, it says the pandemic taught us 2 things. One is people want flexibility. The other is people don't want to be isolated. I think that's something to take out of this too. It's like, man, the isolation did a number on a lot of people and a lot of kids, and a lot of test scores. Recent test scores are showing especially math, kids have struggled with their scores this year because they didn't get the instruction that they usually do last year. So I'm like, it's just good at least for people to be back, but who knows? It's a mess.
It is a mess. That is crazy though. I mean, it doesn't seem ideal, but I guess we've got to do something. Take better care of our teachers, or I mean, obviously that's a given, but
yeah,
that's crazy.
What is so I know we talk about Henry and Ryder, and Ryder started play therapy.
Oh yeah,
which has been really good for him. But yeah, he's like I'm trying to get him in the gifted and talented thing. Do y'all have that? Did you do that?
Yeah, we do. I don't know that they do much with it though.
Do you do it?
Yeah.
Okay. Cause I'm feeling like some of his behavior type stuff is related to being bored. He says he's bored sometimes, and some of the things, especially in math, he's better. The math he's very skilled at. But anyway, I didn't know if you had ever done that or what you thought about it, but
I mean, they have the program at school and they participate. I just don't know what exactly they participate in.
Yeah, it's something
that's just supposed to be look into that.
Added instruction. Yeah. Yeah. But yeah.
Okay, well, that's interesting. I'm certain we'll talk more about school shit in the coming weeks.
Yeah.
But the last thing on the list, but before we get to the last thing, let's I'll do it before we go. Blah, I can't talk.
I can't either.
So here's another thing. So now we've got our last little segment, what's on your feed. And I also need to tell you that I don't know anything about what's on the feed because I haven't been on many feeds.
Well, I'll tell you something what's on our feed, but I'll tell you it after we give a shout out to Herman Marshall Whiskey. Herman Marshall Whiskey, we're so excited to be working with them. I got to go see their distillery, which was in Garland, and they will soon be opening a big, awesome place out in Wiley, Texas. They're going to have a stage. They're going to have music. They're going to have whiskey. They're going to have food trucks. So we are helping spread the word about Herman Marshall Whiskey. Look for it at the store, at the restaurants you're going to. They are good friends of the Mom Game, and they're also going to be providing a space soon for you guys to go party, and it is going to be kid-friendly. As the first distillery in Dallas County since Prohibition, it's a big deal. Herman Marshall produces handcrafted, award-winning small batch whiskey, patiently aged in new white oak barrels. This includes their Texas bourbon, Texas rye, Texas single malt, and blended bourbon whiskey. They've won plenty of awards for it. It's all built from the grain up like good whiskey and better friends should be. Stay tuned. We'll bring you more information about the new distillery in Wiley, Texas. And we're going to actually have a Dub Network event there as well. They are proud sponsors of the Dub Network. But really, I think whiskey is just such a good go-to gift for Christmas for any dude that likes whiskey. Get him a bottle of Herman Marshall whiskey.
You know what? And Mike's become like this whiskey collector, not like hardcore, but like if we're somewhere and he sees like a cool bottle of whiskey or hears about one, he'll do that. I feel like whiskey's kind of a trend. It's been around forever, but
yeah,
I feel like it's kind of like, it's a very trendy thing right now. It's very hot.
It is very hot.
Especially now that it's getting cooler outside. I feel like a lot of people take in a little brown water when the temperatures get a little chilly.
Exactly. Do you think it would clear me up?
Oh, you know what? Have you ever had a hot toddy?
Yes.
So So Mike will make these for me when I'm sick, and I don't know exactly what it is or like the parts, but it's like whiskey, honey, lemon, hot, and it's legit. I mean, it's good. It kind of it makes you, it kind of clears some things up and then makes you feel good. Yeah. Try a hot toddy. Get you some Herman Marshall whiskey. Throw a little lemon and honey in there. Heat it up.
Hot toddy coming up tonight.
Yes, and report back, and then we'll do the cement mixers. Yes, for sure. You're definitely saying semen. You're not even trying to say the T. You're absolutely saying.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Okay, so what's trending on social? What's happening on social?
Okay, so remember, well, lots of things are, but this one. Well, first of all, Kanye's like totally spiraling downhill.
Like he
lost like $1 billion in a day or something. Everybody who he was affiliated with is now disaffiliating with him, mostly because of the anti-Semitic comments that he put out there on social media.
Is that why I did see because I have to get rid of my red circles, and so I'll jump on there every once in a while, like maybe once a day over the last week, and people were posting like I support my Jewish friends, or is that what that was about?
That's why. Even Kim Kardashian felt like she needed to post something about that. Yeah.
Because I was like, well, I support my Jewish friends too, and Jewish people in general. Do I need to post that? And I was like, I should probably hold off and not just post, even though I do. I mean, I just was like, I should probably look into that a little bit more. Never did.
It's like the Instagram thing where everyone was posting the black box. Remember? When did we talk about that? Yeah. Oh, we better post this black box. Then wait, why are we posting this black box?
We're posting the black box.
Yeah.
We really want to be nice. We want to show everyone we love them. And then, whatever.
Yeah.
So I didn't have enough time to look into it, but I'm glad to know that's what it was about.
He's spiraling out of control, and I did laugh a little bit because I even saw a video of him. This is a topic of conversation here on the Mom Game. I even saw a video of him like freaking out with another parent at his like kid's soccer game, like, and then like huffing and puffing and walking away. It's like he's just losing it on anybody that he can lose it on. That's within his realm.
That's sad.
The other thing is, remember when we got on here after Tom Brady missed some time?
Is he really on The Masked Singer?
I don't know.
Oh, I thought you were going to tell me he was on The Masked Singer.
No,
maybe I dreamed this. I thought
no,
I saw.
you didn't dream that. That was a rumor when he missed.
I
time.
know it was a rumor, but then I thought I saw a promo that like had him, not had him, but like, or maybe I couldn't figure out if they were making a joke about it or if he was actually on The Masked Singer. He wasn't really on The Masked Singer, was he? I don't know. This is not what you were going to tell me.
A quick Google says all of that Tom Brady Masked Singer chatter was for nothing.
Okay. So what the Masked Singer people did very smartly, they are using it to their advantage, all that chatter, even though he wasn't even on the show, they're using it in their promos. Either that or I made it up and they should use it in their promos and pay me for the idea.
Oh yeah, they should.
Yeah.
But no, I mean, like we predicted it. I feel like I predicted it back when he came and made the speech about saying he's 45 and, you know, life is hard kind of deal. I was like, I bet you they're splitting up. And I think that you were like, no.
Well, I think
they're already divorced.
Already. So I don't think I was like, no, I just always am very hesitant. It makes me feel weird to talk about people's marriages, even public figures. I don't know. I just feel weird talking about like presuming things about people's marriages. You know, I'm just like, oh, I don't know, you know, so it's not like I didn't think that was probably what was happening or whatever. I was just like, I don't know. It just weirds me out to talk about other people's marriages and what might be going on, you know?
I know what you mean, but at the same time, I'm like, I
get it.
And they put themselves everywhere. Like she was always posting, they made themselves look so perfect.
Right.
Especially, I mean, even Giselle, like everything she was posting, and we all do, right? You're not gonna post.
No, and listen, and I totally get it. And it's not like I'm judging you for saying that or anything like that.
Yeah.
I mean, but you're right. It's not like you're talking about, you know, your neighbor 3 doors down and, you know, making assumptions about their marriage or whatever.
Right.
But yeah, I get it. I mean, and kind of when you're a public figure, like just all bets are off sometimes, you know? So anyway, but you were right. I really didn't think that. I kind of thought that he was just like, F it. I'm 45. I've been doing this at a very high level for a really long time. And if I don't want to come to the first couple weeks, I'm going to, you know, and then I was thinking like rationalizing like, oh, well, he was supposed to retire. Maybe he like they planned a trip and, you know, and this was going to you know, and part of the stipulation of him coming back was, I'm going to keep this trip. I'm taking my family to the south of France and we're going to hang out for 2 weeks, whatever. I kind of thought maybe it might be something more along those lines, but you were absolutely very matter of fact that you thought that was what was happening.
I did. And then I guess it was funny just how quickly it like evolved in the news cycle. I guess it was like a matter of a week. It was like Giselle gives Tom Brady an ultimatum, choose us or football. And then the next day it was like Tom Brady and Giselle filed for divorce. So it was almost like that was almost true, right? And that's what it's weird when the media actually does get it right. It seems like with that exact timeline.
And then you have to wonder like who's the source? Like who's spilling the beans on that? Like I know. That's crazy. I mean, like, and then that I feel bad for them in that regard because they're like, who can we even trust? Right. Because, you know, I would assume there wasn't a ton of people that aren't a ton of people in their inner circle that they, you know, tell those specific things to. But that's kind of shitty, like trust violation, like that kind of sucks.
Unless it was her, you know, I don't know.
Right.
But, because it did seem like he ultimately wanted to play football and she was like, okay, I thought you were going to quit. I thought you were done. She gave him all the chances and then he just didn't want to stop playing. So it's kind of sad, but it also makes me like, I don't know. I'm like, Tom Brady, like you're having a bad season. Like you're not.
Yeah. You wonder if it's like, well, I mean,
you're not going to have football forever.
Right. Well, and you have to think like that this wasn't the only thing. Like their marriage was great and everything was going smoothly. And then
Yeah.
this, I mean, this had to be this, again, presuming about people's marriages. I mean,
Yeah.
you got to think that maybe this was the straw that broke the camel's back and maybe just escalated things, you know, made them happen a little bit quicker than they might have otherwise, but who knows? Who knows?
Yeah.
Okay. I want you to take a nap.
Okay.
Before we go though, I do want to this is not a paid endorsement. This is not a sponsor, but I have got to say thank you to my friend Jimmy. I don't even know his last name. He's Jimmy Dog in my phone. He's been working with Izzy, my boxer, for the last couple of months. And he's amazing. He's wonderful. He works, I mean, he's so good with her and she's made so many strides. So when we figured out this whole move thing, I'm like, I've got to send Izzy to camp. So I send her to a little, it's a dog camp, whatever. It's just like a place where they'll keep her and she's not in a kennel all day. She's not in a crate all day. They like let him play and blah, blah, blah. So I sent her there for the weekend while we moved. And then I'm like looking around and I'm like, we don't have a yard. We don't have a fence. It's going to be a minute before Izzy gets to come back home. So I called Jimmy and I'm like, is there any way you will go get Izzy and keep her until we're ready for her? And he's like, no problem. I've got you. You know, I mean, I'm paying him, but I mean, he's gone out of his way to make sure that she's taken care of and that she's not, you know, she's familiar with him. So that makes me feel good because it was this like helpless feeling of, I don't want her to be, and she loves the place we send her for, you know, for short term. But I was like, it pains me to think. And the kids were freaked out about it and worried. And so Jimmy was like, I got it. And so he has like, he's a dog trainer. Like he trains police dogs. Like he's legit. Military background. I mean, he's fantastic, but it's called Complete Canine TX on Instagram. And a lot of the Rangers players have used him in the past. And that's how I found him. And anyway, he's amazing. I'm not getting a discount for anything. Yeah. I'm truly grateful because I called him yesterday and I'm like, you've got to level with me. Like it's going to be a couple of weeks. I hate imposing upon people. I feel like I'm inconveniencing or imposing. It makes me physically ill. So would you please tell me? I will figure something out. And he's like, she is fine. He sends me videos of her and I show the kids and pictures. And so to have that stress off my plate has been huge. So I'm not even sure if Jimmy, I don't know if Jimmy watches the mom game, but Jimmy, thank you. Yeah, I mean, I'm just so grateful. That to me is just
that's something we don't often think about in a move. Yeah. It's like, what are you gonna do with the pets?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah, that's awesome. So, and my shout out is like the same as it always is, the family concierge for me. Yeah. The family concierge. You can find them on my Instagram, and she's helped me arrange this office. She's helping me do a lot of things. And when you're sick and alone and husband's traveling, it matters even more to just know that someone kind of has your back. So thank you to Lee and the family concierge. Thank you to Jimmy. Thank you to
and then
all
one
of our
more too.
and
again, not paid endorsement, but kind of similar to family concierge because they're not everywhere. They're not as close to me in Fort Worth as they are to you. So that we do have a company called Sort the Fort. Again, not a discount or anything, but they were awesome. Like helping me get everything out of boxes, organized. They did my kitchen, laundry, and like they had their areas, and they were amazing. And it's like to have someone. It's like I'm OCD, I'm organized because Mike was like, "Why are we doing this?" And I'm like, because what they do, it's next level. Like I can do organizing, I can do all that, but like what they do is like next level. And I'll show you when I'll take you on a tour of the house and show you my organization shit, all that kind of stuff.
Yeah,
but anyway, Sort the Fort in Fort Worth was great. My friend Alicia that's her company. And again,
Sort the Fort, family concierge, all of our friends, Jimmy, dog.
Thank you for helping us.
People that make our lives easier. They can make your lives easier too.
Yeah. Okay. It's 1 p.m. You need to take a nap. You've got 2 hours before you have to go get the kids. Okay.
That's true.
Hopefully next week.
I'm not zonked out.
Hopefully next week we'll be back in studio together again. In the meantime, take care of yourself.
Okay. Let's smile for a pic.
Smile for a pic.
Mine's a phone pic. Okay.
Don't do the one of me doing this with my nose.
Okay.
We say to you, Mom game
out.